If a customer is ever underinsured or non-adequately covered, the insurance company effectively just pays anyway and then adjusts the premium afterwards. So most companies are typically over-insured rather than under-insured.
Companies.
Companies.
So small to medium enterprises.
Small to medium enterprises.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and also the structure of the economy is very different. So 80% of businesses are 0 to 5 employees. But there are still a lot of problems in the market in terms of the relationship between the policyholder, the broker, and the insurance company.
So the digital flow.
The digital flow of information. So what we found is that the digitalisation is something that everyone in all market participants are aware of.
Yeah.
But at the moment it's adding more process. So it's just adding layers of processes. So it's just adding more confusion, really. On the broker side, so they're sort of in the middle. They're the ones that are dealing with the companies that might not have the right level of insurance.
Yeah.
And there's extreme price competition that the brokers are managing. So, and then, on the insurance side, they might be working with pricing models, for example.
But they work with how many brokers? So
there are 1,700 brokers in Switzerland.
But actually, obviously the small form that we sent out, we only had 7 policyholders, but they all said that coverage was the most important thing. Interesting insight they found is that though companies go online to see what policies they can buy and for what amount, they don't usually buy them online, even when they can. They prefer to go to the broker. So even when they know the price, everything is there, they just need to buy, they just go to the broker.
Then those contracts might not be as profitable for the broker overall. And then on the other side, for the very small companies, the 0 to 5 companies, employee companies, which is really 80% of the Swiss market, to do that job well and to really analyse the insurance, for a company that may only be spending 2,000 Swiss francs on insurance over the year, it's difficult for the broker to really provide a bespoke service and to make that profitable. So the brokers are kind of deprioritising those small companies. Our goal and our vision, which we went through in the first masterclass, is that ultimately we want to be an insurance company and managing general agent. So we would have the ability to write our own insurance policies based on some form of continuous data relationship from policyholder to broker to ourselves, so that we really do ensure that these small companies have the right level of insurance as their needs change over time.
Or without the broker.
Or without the broker, yes. Able to deliver that digital service but keep some human element in it. I think that's the trick, really.
Yes.
People still want to deal with a person.
If you're used to buying things physically and you don't deal so much with the online world, buying things might still be weird for you. You're still unsure. You still think this is going to be some sort of hoax somewhere.
Yeah.
So that we can pre-populate the forms and pre-analyse what sort of insurance might be appropriate for these small companies based on something more sophisticated than just the SIC code. So we essentially have a better way of matching a small policyholder to the relevant policies, so that we basically take a lot of the sort of grunt work, I guess, that the brokers don't want to do, so that we can maybe make issuing those policies and serving those customers more cost effective. The second part of that will be the claims side. So digitalising the claims submission process is the second side, because we spoke to one broker and they have maybe 3 people working on policy issuance and policy renewal, 3 people working on the claims side, so it's the other half. So we would need to have digital processes to support the brokers for both of those sides. So that's one step. And then the next step is on pricing. So we know that pricing models may be 3 or 5 years out of date, and it's low on the list of priorities of things to update. Again, using external data.
So this would be the broker dashboard. So there's 3 things you can do on the quoting and client. So you can view an existing client, you can see the pending quotes for new clients, and you can add a new client.